Hey guys, welcome back to LDubs Investing. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're not, thanks for dropping back in. In this video, we're going to cover stocks. We're also going to cover one of my YouTube people that I follow, Jeremy on financial education. I feel that the video that he has just posted is very relevant. It's something that I've been talking about for the last few days, and I think it's something we'll be able to narrate over. Let's get into it. So guys, if you like the content so far, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also hit the share if you can. Don't forget about looking at the description in the pinned comment where you can sign up to get some free Bitcoin or maybe a free stock on stake. Or if you want some free Bitcoin on Coinbase, don't forget to hit that. Let's get into it. Okay guys, as you can see, I've just finished creating the LDubs investing channel. Please don't forget to come over to the channel and look at the other videos that we've got. We've got some videos postings. We've got some uploads here. Please make sure you give feedback where you can. And let's get on to the next one.
So what we're starting out here looking at here today, this is actually a chart basically of the past year, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, okay? And this is going to be really, really key because I want you, the reason I showed this first is I want you to keep this in mind as we look at all this stuff I'm about to show you right now, okay? Look at the trend, okay? Look at that move. And we could have pulled up the S&P 500. We could have pulled up the NASDAQ. We could have pulled up pretty much any index you want. And it would have looked almost identical and up in a lot, okay?
So guys, I just wanted to get in there and say what Jeremy's trying to say is ever since the March lows, everyone's been jumping in. New time investors have been getting straight into the market. They only ever known it going up, 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 and up. As Jeremy just said, this is something you need to watch out for. S&P and Dow just hit all-time highs, which obviously means, we could see a correction or we could see, even greater highs. But obviously, we're just trying to touch base on the fact that the market is just going up and up and up over the last 12 months, and to just watch out for that, guys.
We're not doing too well, and you see all these people making money from stocks. Some folks are okay with that, and they're like, good for you, make your money. Some other folks look at that and they become very jealous. They become very envious. It's human nature, right? And like, I can't wait to see these people lose all their dang money, right? I definitely witnessed that in kind of the crypto situation back in 2017. There was a lot of people that were very envious and jealous. There was a lot of people that became millionaires on Bitcoin during that time. And, a lot of people just wanted to see those folks fail because they're like, that's so stupid, Bitcoin, it is what it is, right?
So guys, just wanted to talk about that as well. What we're trying to say is in this video, what Jeremy is trying to say, guys, is obviously when the market's going up, everyone's happy. No one's got a bad thing to say. But once you see corrections, then everyone thinks it's all over. It's a bad stock. You've recommended the wrong stock. It's going to zero. The same thing happens in crypto all the time, guys. Look, obviously, you need to go in there with the right mindset, guys, to make sure that you're a long-term investor. You're buying and holding. This is not financial advice. This is just something that I'm doing. It's the same in crypto, guys. You want to get in as low as you can and hold for as long as you can. The trend is your friend until the end, guys. Obviously, you just want to be sure that obviously once it's trending, then it's going to continue to trend until the trend stops. Then you need to reevaluate your situation, guys. Alrighty?
This is the type of stuff we're seeing. Remember when stocks used to go up more than one day in a row? Those were fun times. These are the type of comments we're seeing out there consistently out there in the market right now. People looking at these stocks, they're going down, and they're like, what the heck, man? What happened in the good old days when we used to make money all the time? And the stock market used to go up every day. Well, the stock market actually is going up every day pretty much still. But a lot of these popular stocks continue to struggle that retail investors are in. People are like, what happened, man? Like, what happened to the good old days, when we were making money hand over fist every day? This is what's going on, okay? Let's look at something like...
So as Jeremy's talking about there, stocks just seem to look at going up and up and up. What we're saying is, what Jeremy is saying, guys, is, something like Tesla has gone up from around about $100 odd a share up to about $800 a share, guys. So obviously, this is very much outside the norm for, not all stocks, but for selected stocks. But obviously, things just can't keep going up forever. It will eventually over years to come, but it's just something to make sure you keep an eye on, guys, and something that I find what Jeremy has said is very much on the money, and I feel I'm 100% behind him on that.
scam, okay? It's a type of commentary we see from some folks out there. Just, sell your stocks, go buy a brand new car. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But we're seeing these sorts of things. Frustration, people boiling over, calling these companies scams now. It's like, okay, this is the type of stuff we're seeing out there. If we look at something like CCIV, right, this is a stock that a lot of folks were very, very excited about. It just, been a bad situation, right? It peaked out almost $65, and here today it's 19, and that's just happened in a snap of fingers. And it's gone from a situation where a ton of folks were very excited about this to we're seeing stuff like this. Pathetic stock, still losing more. I should throw in the towel because it's like fool's gold. But I guess, I have the smallest glimmer of hope. This person, not fool's gold, pure scam, a mile-high scam. This type of stuff you're seeing. Folks that were talking very highly about these stocks not that dang long ago, right? As they were flying high, and now all of a sudden it's like they're pathetic scam stocks that are all of a sudden just the worst in the world.
So guys, like Jeremy just said, this is something that I fully believe in as well. People, once a stock is hot, everyone's talking about it. It's go, go, go. Give me the money. Want to buy more. The second account's coming down, it's a scam. I'm getting out. And then it just tries to drive down the whole market by telling everyone else to get out. This is something that you have to be comfortable with in the market. Whenever you buy something, buy and hold. It's a strategy that I do, not financial advice, guys, but obviously something that I feel you need to make sure you're 100% committed to the stock before you go jump in.
This happens every time. Like if people are, especially if they're newer to the market and they're not educated, right? And they throw money in a stock and it doesn't make them money and it loses them money, it becomes a scam. All of a sudden it's like, that stock's a scam. It's like, wait a minute. You can't have it both ways. Before you were talking it up like crazy. Now all of a sudden it's a scam because you lost money. And this happens every time in the stock market, especially with people that don't go through the proper education process to get there and like understand on a high level these companies and how to research them and things like that. They'll throw some money in, they lose money, and like, scam. It's a scam. It's absolutely ridiculous, right? It reminds me of, I live here in Las Vegas is where my main house is at, right? And if we go down the Las Vegas Strip and somebody's not very educated on, casino games, and they play a game and they win a bunch of money, it's the best game in the world. And oh my gosh, it's downtrending. They're in a downtrending spiral right now. And everybody got so dang used in the past year to just this massive move up where, you throw money in almost everything and, it made some money. And now all of a sudden folks are getting frustrated. They're getting really, really frustrated out there. But what a lot of folks that have not educated themselves in the market don't understand is that sometimes great stocks take a while to actually make substantial amounts of money in. The whole thing that's happened in the past year where stocks were just shooting up like crazy, that's not always how this works, okay? Whenever I invest in a company, I usually go in with the mindset that this company could not do a thing for me for 6 to 18 months that I'm in the stock. Maybe potentially longer than that, but I'm at least going in with like, as I start to buy the stock, 6 to 18 months, it might not do a dang thing for me. And so let me buy controlled positions. Now, in a hot market like this past year, buying controlled positions isn't the best. You just want to be all in the market, right? Because everything's just going up like crazy. But a more intelligent investor understands, let's take this a step-by-step process. Let's buy some of this, buy some of that. Let's buy off chunks of shares, right? And it might continue to downtrend or not do anything for 6, 18 months or so. If we look at Amazon here, okay, we're going to go through.
So guys, like Jeremy just touched on, buy and hold strategy is the way that I do it as well. When I see a dip in the market, that's when I get in as well. Some people, you need to have diamond hands sometimes, guys, is what I'm pretty much saying. You need to be committed to the business, to the company that you're invested in, because buying a stock is like buying a portion of the company, guys. If you feel great about the company, you feel it's going to be good long term, then obviously you would have no issue if the stock actually went down slightly or even a lot, because then it gives you another buying opportunity to be able to get more of that stock that you're invested in, guys. Alrighty?
Why do you need to sell them? Sometimes they're going to go through periods when they don't do anything. Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, this stock didn't do anything for years, man. This was stuck as like a $15 to $25 stock for the longest time. Didn't do anything. And then it goes on this crazy run to, right around $300 a share. Then a huge substantial drop, right? The crypto crash happens and a bunch of other stuff happens. It's just absolutely devastating for the stock, right? When it comes to NVIDIA. And then look at this run it has gone on over the past year or two, right? another one of those stocks that it's like, okay, you could have tried to mess around, getting in and out of it. You could have not believed in it all of a sudden because the stock wasn't doing a thing or something like that. What was going on with the business fundamentals at NVIDIA? That's what really matters with the stock, not whatever happened, in the short term or something like that. That's just absolutely ridiculous, right? You held through. Hopefully, you bought a lot of shares if you were a believer in this company. And you ended up thriving, and you went through the ups and downs and the peaks and the valleys, and oh man, maybe this is a peak for NVIDIA, and then it crashes, and then, you could have gone through all that and made crazy amounts of money.
So guys, like Jeremy just said, buy and hold strategy is a strategy that I feel is the best strategy. It's something that I'm doing, and as you can see here, if you pick the right stocks, the right companies you get behind with the right fundamentals, the right balance sheets, and the right companies that you feel is gonna, be the best picks to get to make your portfolio more diverse, or even if it's a growth or a SPAC play or whatever it is, you just need to be confident in the company that you're buying to be a long-term investor, because that's when you see the best and most rewards there, guys.
What was that, about 11 to 2013? And I will say Tesla got to an extremely overvalued situation in 2013, okay? And so it needed to really take a breather and catch up, okay? Well, little did folks know that the 2013 breather lasted all the way until 2019. The stock basically didn't do anything. Meanwhile, there was incredible progress with Tesla's actual company, right? They were building out Model S's and ramping those. They were building out Model X's and ramping those, and even the Model 3. And there were a million times along the road why you thought Tesla was due to spike up. Never mind energy products, never mind the autonomous driving capabilities. There's so many reasons you could have been very, very bullish on Tesla and thought it was about time to spike, and it just didn't. Just didn't move. They would announce something good, revenue numbers that increased exponentially, and it didn't move the stock. All these things, and then finally it happens right before 2020 starts. It makes its first huge upward move, which at that time was huge. Now we look back and we're like, that was nothing. But it makes its first big move, okay? And then what happens? Rona, and stock crashes back down, right? And then it goes on another epic tear in the stock, right? Stocks don't move up in perfect, that's not the way this goes. It's more like, and as long as it does a lot more of this, than this, and this, that's all that matters in the end, okay?
So there's some pretty simple advice there from Jeremy, guys. Obviously, I'm 100% behind that as well, guys. As long as stocks are probably trending up, the trend is your friend until the end, and obviously that's the stock you want to be in. But obviously you need to go through some pain sometimes and have some diamond hands. And when you see the first sell-off or the first correction, you don't want to be selling out scared, because that's when you just lose all your money, guys.
Okay? But these things don't move perfectly up in a straight line. This is not how this works, okay? They go through these peaks and valleys and these catch a breath, and then some stupid move where it goes up 100%, 200%, 300% in a matter of months, and it's like, whoa, what just happened? It's like a rocket ship just took off. It's like a SpaceX rocket, okay? This is what happens. You could have gotten frustrated. The first year I was in Tesla stock didn't do a dang thing for me pretty much. And I was able to buy shares and buy shares. One of the reasons I was so attracted to this stock in 2019 was, one, the fact that nothing had happened with the stock price for like a million years. Two, the progress with actual business. And I was like, oh my gosh, more and more Teslas are getting out there on the road. The stock hasn't really moved. This is a really exciting opportunity. The bears and the short sellers are crazy in the head. They think the stock's going to zero. And I'm like, Elon Musk could raise money. What are they talking about? Okay. So much just ridiculous talk was out there at the time. And then it made this absolutely epic move. And so now we could go through a period, and I've said this before with Tesla stock, where I peaked at 900. Don't be surprised if the stock doesn't hit 900 for a year or two. And there's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean, let's sell out, let's cash out, because you get into that whole trading in and out game. That's not a winning game in the end. That's not a winning game. If you invest in companies you love for the long term, you buy them, you hold them, you put them in the filing cabinet, and if you like it more and more, you buy more and more. And you put that in the filing cabinet, okay?
So guys, I think that's the best strategy as well. Look, if you just want to buy and hold, buy the dips, not financial advice, guys, but obviously, that's something that Jeremy believes in. That's something that I believe in, and that's why we wanted to go through this channel today to show you some really good education from someone that I follow and someone that's influenced me to start my channel.
The whole let's try to time it out or something like that, because who knows, Tesla could go on another crazy run. Next thing you know, it's at $1,200 or $1,400, and you just missed out on that game. The thing is, you never know when the stock's about to make a huge move. There are many times along here where the technicals lined up and you could be like, oh, now's the time, and it didn't work out, right? There are many times with the business model where you could have been like, oh, they're ramping Model S productions, it's about to make another huge move, and it didn't. Oh, they're ramping Model X production, it's about to make another huge move, and they didn't. Oh, it's about to be Model 3, time for them to show it off. Maybe it's going to make another huge move, and it didn't. Oh, they showed off Model 3, and they have crazy pre-order demand. Maybe it's about to make a crazy huge move, and it didn't. Oh, they're ramping Model 3. Maybe it's about to make a huge move, and it didn't, right? These stocks make moves when they want to make moves. That's just the way it works when it comes to these business models, okay? And that's another perfect example of a stock that a lot of people could have, man, you saw Tesla in 2017, 2018, 2019. I think you're going to be a very jaded person, let's just put it that way, because you just watched this epic run. I think most folks, fortunately enough, held through, and if anything, they bought more shares, okay? We look at something like Netflix. This is a really intriguing example here, right? Netflix is over $40 a share in 2011. In 2012, at the bottom, Netflix hit $7 a share, $7 a share. So from
what? Really?
Over $40 to $7 a share in 2012. You could have literally bought Netflix stock for $7 a share. Pull up a
I wish I got into that, guys.
Chart. I think it actually bottomed even lower than that. This usually just shows like on a weekly basis or whatever, or a monthly basis. But imagine you pick up Netflix shares for $7 a share or so, right? Woo! Netflix today is at $546 a share. You could have been frustrated with it. I mean, even let's say you were the one that literally bought at the peak at $40 or $42 or whatever, you would have got so frustrated and been like, I'm selling out of the stock, and you sell it at $10, $7, whatever. And it's just like, what are you doing? You should have been buying and buying and buying, especially if you really like this company. Because at the end of the day, the world was theirs. And, to get frustrated over the short-term stock price move. I mean, even if you bought right at the peak in 2011 at 42, you still made ridiculous gains on the stock. If you were literally the one that bought it at the most expensive price when it peaked in 2011, you still made so much money on the stock. Your return on investment, your ROI over the past 10 years is ridiculous, right? Don't get caught up into this negativity mindset about stocks have to go up every day, every week, every month, or something like that. At the end of the day, focus on buying great companies, adding shares. Hey, if it's down for 6, 12, 18 months, that just gives you a longer opportunity to buy in. The thing I hated the most about 2020 is there were a lot of great stocks that I bought into, but I didn't get my positions as big as I wanted to get those positions. You know why? Because the market was just going up like crazy. And I would buy a stock, and the next thing you know, it's a week later and the stock's already up 10, 20%. And it's like, hey, man, I'm trying to build out my position here.
So I think Jeremy just said exactly what I wanted to say. So just rewind back and watch that again, guys.
There's no time. When you get stocks to, be on a downtrend or just, not doing a thing for 6, 18 months, you can build out a really nice position in that stock. And if you're a true believer in that company over the next, whatever amount of years, 5 years, 10 years, as long as you're right on the fundamentals of the business, you are going to make a lot of money. Let's just put it that way. That's what matters in the end, not short-term stock price moves. So I hope you guys enjoy this as
well, guys. I hope you liked that. Jeremy, it's a YouTube that I've been following for a long time. He's one of the main reasons that I started my channel, really started to get into investing. I think if you want to check it out, links in the description if you want to check out his full video and channel. And guys, obviously, please remember to hit like, subscribe, and share. Look, if you want some free Bitcoin, use the link in the description. If you want to sign up to Stake, guys, please make sure you use my affiliate link. It helps out the channel a lot, guys. See you next time.